Thank you for having me back at the Toastmasters Data Park meeting. I realize that most people take a year or more to finish their first 10 speeches in Toastmasters. I did it in 3 months. Now, I do realize that most people train for a marathon. I trained for a Toastmasters sprint. But here's the twist. I actually got fired before I finished. Yes, I got escorted out of my job the day before my year-end anniversary because I didn't correctly type efficiently enough for the role, not because of anything else, not because of character, not because of my other strengths. It was just typing. Yet because I had built strong enough relationships with the leadership at the Data Park Toastmasters, they invited me back to finish my final speech. And I did. I completed it. I finished strong. One speech left, one opportunity to seal the journey. And I took it. When I joined Toastmasters back in 2017 at Data Park, I did it with a dual purpose. First, I needed to prove to myself again that I had the speaking ability and that it wasn't dead. I had won awards in high school for public speaking, and speaking had always been a part of what I considered me. But years had passed, and you start to doubt if you had that fire, if you really could make the words land with an audience, if you could still inspire, if you could still make words punch where you really needed it to. And Toastmasters gave me that opportunity and my proving ground. Second of all, I knew I needed to be around higher level thinkers, people I wouldn't normally have access to in my department at United Healthcare. Charlie Tremendous Jones has said, "You will be the same person you are 5 years from now, except for the people you meet and the books you read." That quote stuck with me, and I realized that if I wanted to grow, I needed to take my career and my life somewhere meaningful. I needed to surround myself with people who are already at the level that I aspired to, and Toastmasters partially gave me that room. So I did what I needed to when I actually commit to something. I dove all in. I realized, though, that 10 required speeches at a pace no one else had attempted before. It was just 3 months. I knew I needed to finish quickly because, I knew my position was shaky, because life at that moment depended upon not just speed for results. It wasn't the sake of speed for speed. I made sure that every speech had purpose, energy, and impact. I wanted to inspire, to engage, and to show that even in uncertainty, excellence is possible. I also immersed myself right away in service. I helped recruit new members. I welcomed them warmly. I jumped in on panels, assisted with the setup and teardown. Whatever it was that was needed, I did it. I wanted to actually contribute at a high level and to be present, to show myself that I was responsible and to show my leadership capacity and my reliability in. And through these small acts, I got access to the people that I wanted to have access to. There were other vice presidents of departments, there were senior leads, and other leaders that were typically and truly outside of my normal scope at United Healthcare. I got to show them who I was, what I could actually do, and what I was willing to actually commit to. Relationships were built, trust and reliability were actually earned. All of it in service of growth and connection. Then came the firing. It was expected, but I had already planted seeds with the leadership team there at Toastmasters. They didn't make a big deal of it. They still welcomed me back to finish my speeches. And I did. One final speech, completed, finished, and it was worth every effort that I put forth to do it. That certificate, that little piece of paper, though, wasn't just a formality. It wasn't just a check mark. It was proof that the fire inside of me was still alive, that my voice, my gifts, my ability to actually inspire and lead, they were not gone. That ember that I had nurtured and fanned at Toastmasters now had been flamed and had been nurtured, and it was ready to grow. And grow it did. That ember, that little ember that was there at Toastmasters, now had become a wildfire. That certificate became more than I could ever imagine. It wasn't just about recognition. It became fuel. And today, I stand here before you as a certified Maxwell leadership team coach, certified in leadership, family, parenting, and youth coaching. I'm a certified public speaker, a trainer, a disc consultant, Save Your Marriage Before It Starts marriage coach, an ICF certified coach, a Beyond Success coach, and I don't just lead masterminds. I take people on a growth journey across 4 pathways of growth. Lead yourself, lead your family, lead the next generation, and lead in the world, where I take executives and corporate entities holistically through the Maxwell Leadership Disc Consultant process. Additionally, I am also a Constitution coach with Patriot Academy. And right now, I am leading a 10-week mastermind called Constitutional Live, where I have 71 streams of my 100 streams on Zoom from people across the United States, going through a mastermind where we meet on Saturday mornings normally at 9 a.m., learning directly from America's Constitution coach, Rick Green, and David Barton, America's premier historian. We are diving deep into the Declaration of Independence and the Constitution as to the original intent of the Founding Fathers. And here's the real kicker. Not only is it 71 streams, but it's 92 total people. And I still have room for more. We have 100 seats total on my Zoom account. If this speaks to you, you can still join, because we have only 71 streams taken and we have room for 100 actual streams. Now, you see, what reignited in me at Toastmasters was more than a record-breaking accomplishment. I was searching for more than a completed program. It was a fire for impact. I realized I wasn't just chasing success, because success is just a personal, measurable accomplishment. It's often just about recognition. I wanted significance, the ability to impact others and to help shape lives and to influence society in meaningful ways. That drive now reaches into 8 streams of societal development: faith, family, freedom, and way beyond. I now help people discover their purpose, reach their maximum potential, and sow seeds into others. That's where real significance lies. Not in awards, not in promotions, not in applause, but in lives transformed and the commitment to make communities stronger. So I leave you with something as a reminder from Charlie Tremendous Jones. You will be the same person in 5 years from now, except for the people you meet and the books you read. Let me ask you, and let me be clear. Who are you seeking to meet through Toastmasters? How are you truly growing? I've shared with you my journey this afternoon. From a fired employee to a fully ignited leadership coach and guide. And I've given you an opportunity to be a part of something of an epic ride, to continue growing with high-level thinkers and leaders, and to explore significance beyond success. The choice is yours. Will you come along? If you're truly ready to grow, to explore, to have impact beyond success, you're welcome to join me in any of my upcoming masterminds on social media or in the one that I'm leading currently right now on constitutional law. The fire is ready. What's missing is you.